morning, my dearest. Today's lecture on table manners will be probably the most important in the course of my subject. And of course, my subject is the most important. It is going to be the most important hour in your whole academic year. Maybe the most important in your whole education or even your whole lives. I would rather you to pay attention. Let's say that I'm not gonna bore you with some needless prelude. And now, let's talk about something more specific. Prehistory. Time when speech wasn't really developed and limited to only a few syllables, savoir-vivre wasn't really that common. Even tables weren't common. Meals were usually eaten in front of caves. Food was eaten raw, usually torn apart. Later, but still early, they started using fire to cook meals. So let's see. And that's why the culture of this period is called higher shortage. Note it down, higher shortage. And now we are going to proceed to Middle Ages. In Middle Ages, people liked to eat until they could eat no more, threw food at each other. And of course, we are talking about upper class here. People rebelled, feasted. So let's see.
Dear Esquire, did you throw a sausage at me?
Because you deserve it. How could you throw a cupcake at a lady?
I did it just for fun.
Do you want to make fun of me? I'm the cousin of a brother-in-law of my aunt from the second marriage of my godfather, respectable Ambrosio IV, who's the fifth heir to the Finnish throne, right after brothers and sons of the Finnish king.
Do you want to start a bloodline fight with me? A brother of my first wife almost became the king of Poland. If only the despicable Bartholomew has not poisoned and killed, alas.
And that's why the culture of this period is called lower stage. Note it down, lower stage. And now we are going to Renaissance. More precisely to the turn of Baroque and Renaissance. Back then, food had a slightly different meaning. It was eaten for a pleasure of eating, and it was a sign of one's social standing. The rules and etiquette were used in a very excessive and exaggerated way. Every guest was welcomed with higher devoirs and gratification. The effect of this were opulent feasts and balls fulfilling of the philosophy of keeping up with the Joneses.
Good morning, my dearest hyper, neighbor. Enter my house and favor me with your presence. Servants, lay the table immediately. Bring some good wine and food. We have important guests indeed. What brings you here, noble Mati?
My Anthony, I come to you to discuss the thing of a pear tree growing between our fields. You know, when it bears fruit, some of it falls on your side. But I think it's clear the tree as well as some difference belong to me.
But Maciej, my great-grandfather planted that pear tree. It belonged to my grandfather, my father, and now, of course, it belongs to me. Give us more wine.
Not at all, Antony. The whole pear tree with roots is growing on my ground. So the fruit is mine.
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 Nowadays, just like before, we don't have one particular pattern of behavior. Today, we divide them into formal and informal situations. Informal situations are more popular because they entail eating in public places where subversive rules aren't necessary. The 3-second rule applies. I can eat it. Gross. Nowadays, that is thought that eating in restaurants isn't a problem. And you can talk about everything you want, and there's no taboo topic. But the truth is, let's see.
What do you think of the current political situation?
Actually, I do not support the government's actions.
But why? Surely they mean well, don't they?
I believe the previous government was better. At least I was better when they governed.
Let's think something up now. It's a good change and it's going to get even better. The economy is growing.
It grew better then, and the taxes were lower.
Why don't we discuss the next concert we are going to see?
Wait, let's improve, things are changing for better now.
Oh, it's kind of obvious. The members of government are honest people. They do not steal. They do not cause scandals. It's a good change.
They do not steal. They do not cause scandals. You must be joking.
A friend visited me yesterday at work. He lives in Finland and...
Yeah, I bet he's better off there than we are here.
Get over it. He left a long time ago because he could not stand the hypocrisy, the constant scheming.
Nonsense!
Oh, how ignorant you are! You know that I'm right, but just can't admit it!
You're just two-faced. You live in a bubble. You don't know what real life is.
I can't stand this with such rubbish! You're pathetic!
I will not take this abuse. Enough! We are leaving.
I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is essential to know what topic to bring up at the table. Getting nervous is no good while eating and may cause indigestion. Balance and moderation are the key, so that we do not spoil the meal and the atmosphere, so that nobody feels offended, so that everything settles down nicely. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.